Talk about the forecast now. A nice day in the Carolinas, but this time of the year, we are always looking out for pop-up storms. What do we mean by that? Brad, what's out there now?
Not much out there now, but tomorrow at this time, Fred, we're certainly going to have some storms around because unlike today, we're going to have something to kind of drive those storms. We've got a little swirl that we call an MCV. It's basically a little low pressure system that formed from previous thunderstorms earlier in the day. Now it's weakening, but you can still see that twist and also that little arc of storms there. There's a weak boundary there or a front. That's going to be shifting our direction tomorrow. So you see the severe weather risk tonight. Tomorrow, that will be over us. We're in the low range right now, but we could see this go up or down depending on how the parameters and the ingredients come together tomorrow. I actually think it could increase a little bit tomorrow, especially if we start to see big storms develop to the west early in the day. On Thursday, we get into a lull. The severe weather shifts back to the central and the southern plains. Now, if we see a strong storm tomorrow, the main issue is going to be right there, damaging straight line winds. Again, remember, wind is wind. We focus a lot on tornadoes, but remember, these severe straight line winds cause 90% of the wind damage we see here during our severe weather and summer season. So they are just as dangerous. We saw this happen last week on Friday down in parts of York and Lancaster County. Microbursts producing 65 to 70 mile-an-hour winds and extensive damage. That could be the case tomorrow in some of these stronger storms. You see the morning we're dry, but right there, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, look at those scattered storms developing. They could push east between 4 and 7. Things will calm down after sunset. We'll get into some much better weather for Thursday and Friday as, in fact, drier air moves in. It's actually going to feel a lot like last weekend and yesterday when the dew points were nice and low. That front clears the area. Drier air moves in. It's still warm, temperatures in the 90s and 80s, but this system moves in late Friday night and really cools us off for the upcoming weekend. So the dew points, they're high today. They'll be high again tomorrow. We're up there in the 60s to near 70. I mean, when you hit 70, that is super muggy. That's the air you can wear that we joke about. That'll be around tomorrow into Thursday, but then the front moves through and look at that, drier air, comfortable air moves in for the upcoming weekend. Now, we're not going to see a ton of rain because it's not widespread, but where these individual storms pop up tomorrow, we could see some pockets of an inch, inch and a half, but not everyone's going to see rain because of the chance some of these are going to be pretty scattered. Some of you will miss out completely. So you might have to keep the irrigation and the lawn sprinkler going for the garden or the plants. It'll be a warm one, very sticky tomorrow. 50% chance of those afternoon and evening storms. Nice weekend cool down. Temperatures back into the 80s. But here's the deal. Next week, a developing heat wave. And this pattern has been consistent in the last couple of days when I've been looking at the long range setup. We could see a stretch of mid 90s starting on Tuesday, maybe upper 90s into the following weekend. So enjoy this cool down that we're going to get this weekend.